The woman opened the door, only to have several men burst in, demanding to know Amy's father's whereabouts. Naturally, Amy refused to answer, but the men's violence escalated, tragically claiming even her daughter, who was smothered with a pillow. And all of this started because of her father, Steve. Steve, a British Special Forces veteran, had served in the military for 40 years. He recently retired due to age, but decades in the army left him struggling to adjust to civilian life. Concerned, his commanding officer arranged for a psychologist who suggested Steve return to his family to help him readjust. However, Steve's wife had long since passed, leaving only his daughter Amy and his granddaughter. With that, Steve began his journey home. Amy, raising her child alone, lived a hectic life. One day her bus was late, causing her to arrive late to work. Though sympathetic, her boss reminded her that rules were rules. One more tardy and she would be fired. Frustrated, Amy left work and went to pick up her child from school, heading home together. Their neighborhood was dangerous, filled with street gangs and reckless drivers. One day, a local gang leader arrived with his men. One of his subordinates lived in Amy's area. Recently, that subordinate had been selling flour illegally without the boss's permission. When confronted, he was too scared to speak. To intimidate him, the gang leader slashed his wife's throat. Only then did the man reveal his supplier, Vinny. But the gang leader wasn't done. He shot the wife, then the subordinate. The police arrived shortly after, but Amy, witnessing the horror from her window, dared not make a sound. Bloodshed was a daily reality in this area. Meanwhile, Steve arrived in London. He checked into a hotel, then called his commanding officer, who arranged to meet him for a drink. Steve bought a bouquet and visited the cemetery where his wife lay. Standing before her grave, he expressed his grief and devotion, leaving the flowers behind. As he prepared to visit Amy's home, the gang leader was already tracking Vinny nearby.